Hello guys, today we have another review and it's on a new blaster. Unfortunately, I'm kinda in a hurry, so I will not go to the firing range, but I do not really need to. The range of this blaster is not its strong point, but we're still gonna have a review, and it's on a new blaster, an Elite 2.0 blaster that is actually one of the best Nerf Elite 2.0 blasters ever. I'm not kidding. Yes, this is one of the best. And I'm of course talking about the Elite 2.0 Double Punch. If you do not know what the Double Punch is, it's a binary trigger dual magazine fed flywheel humongous blaster. Yeah, let's get into the review. At the front, of course, we do not have an anti-barrel lock because we have two of these moving barrels. I'll get to them later. Then we have this clear design, which is honestly really good. I like it. The wires are actually not like different color than normal color, but they're alright. It's really cool to see them. And yes, if you see it in here, we actually have two really big flywheels. It's really hard to see them because they are also orange. But you have like this wide flywheels. They are huge. Of course, we have this jam door over here, which is slide jam door. It's really smooth. Of course, you cannot rev it open, but you can fire. And yes, when you press the trigger, you fire the left dart, you release it, you press the right one, and these move. When it moves back, it fires. And of course, you can also rev without magazines in. And you can rev with mags in. Here at the bottom we have this really nice grip. It's super nice. It's like one of the best foregrips ever. I do not have many blasters that even have foregrips, but this is really good. And the balance of this blaster is just phenomenal. Right here we have the two magazines that come with the blaster. There are 10 round magazines, and it's kind of the worst part of the blaster. I do like 10 rounds and I do not have anything against these, but they're super cheap. Look at this. Look. You probably see nothing, but they're super squishy. And right here, this is like bent plastic. When I dropped one of these, I thought it would break. Thankfully, it did not, so... But of course we have two of these mag wells, which you can just load magazines like that. The insertion is one of the best. And you have two mag releases. And they're both like these pedal mag releases, which are really good. And you can also just get both of them out, or you can just pull out one, and you can also load both of them at once. It's really well designed. Now we get to the rev trigger. Rev trigger is, first it was kind of squeaky, but it fixed itself, so now it's just really good. Although it is pretty long, and if you don't push it all the way, it will not rev. And if you hold down the trigger, yeah, it will not rev. So yeah, they probably should have put a lot, but this way the trigger is much smoother. Let's go to the trigger. The trigger overall has a really good design, a bit of a wider trigger, which is the thing I like about the Phoenix. And look at this, it's a really long pull, but you should do darts with one trigger pull, so just listen to the trigger. That is smooth, and it's one of the best triggers, even though it's really heavy, because you're moving two pushers and these whole barrels, but it's really smooth. One note, if you fire it for very long and very fast, it will get a bit tiring and hurting on your finger. Also, I didn't wear my gloves, so, but I don't really need them for this blaster, and it's not really that hot right now. Anyways, now to the grip. The grip is perfect. It's big enough, it's ergonomic. It doesn't have a finger choil because it has a rev trigger, but it's really nice. One note, this little back piece, I think it's clipped, but it is a bit wobbly. Which, I first thought that was bad, but now that I put my hand in it and it wobbles a tiny bit, it actually cushions your hand. It's amazing. And it's texture. Oh my god. Of course we have this stock, which, yeah, it's pretty short, but it's comfy. It's really comfy, even though it's super short. I really like to shoot it like this, even though it's, again, really short. And this is phenomenal. The batteries are in the back. That means all the weight is in the front. You have two magazines, but all the batteries are at the back. And not like the Phoenix, where all the flywheels, motors, everything is in the front other than the trigger mechanism. And even the batteries are there. This is the opposite. Yes, still the balance is in the middle upon the magazines, which I honestly think is really good. And yeah, you can use this one-handed, even though I still like to use it like this. At the top here we have these 10 dart spots, which you can reload very easily. It holds your darts pretty well, but it doesn't actually ruin them. Yeah, I left these darts like in there for 10 minutes, did nothing. It's really good. And on the top we have an end strike rail, expert technical rail, and you got one sight, it's kinda old, but I use the rail as the second point, which is actually pretty good. This thing is so this blaster is the comfiest blaster ever. And listen to this. That is not breaking. This is the best quality blaster I have. The Mediator, which is a modules blaster, doesn't have that good quality plastic. This feels sturdy. And let's not even talk about the amazing paint job of this. Like, look at this. They actually painted the blaster. That is paint. That is paint. That's not plastic. This is paint. Of course, they didn't paint. They didn't even put the Nerf logo on the other side and the double punch logo. But they put this X2 thing, which really good. This is a really good blaster. One minus of it has a really low grab up time. And with the same 4 AA's running basically 2 blasters, this is going to have worse performance. At least that was what I thought. When I fired it at the fire range, it would shoot to a minimum of 25 feet. When I shot it super fast. What? But yeah, it can reach 50, almost 70 feet. It can reach 50 to 60, almost 70 feet when you shoot it with that. Actually, not that heavy of an angle. And also, when you shoot at a heavy angle, you feel like a anti-air artillery gun. No, it's not that. Yeah, an AA gun, which is just anti-air gun, which is just super fun. This is a really good blaster. Well, now we're going to fire at my contraption over here, just so that you see why this blaster, besides all of these other things, is so good. Now I'll go to reload my mags, and then we'll shoot. Okay, that was only 2 magazines, we need 2 more. Okay, let's go fire it. Okay, so first we're gonna fire the Elite 2.0 blue darts, which you get 25 of, and 25 of the orange ones. So yeah, I'm going to fire it as fast as I can with one hand. Yeah, you saw that. Now I'm going to, almost fell out. Now I'm going to fire the xshot XL series, like waffle head darts, which are my actual standard darts, which because I have the most of them. What you saw right there is the biggest pro and the biggest con of the blaster. Let me explain. This blaster fires really fast. You can fire it slowly, and that's what I usually do, or burst fire it. It burns through magazines, and these are all the 10 rounders I have. Everything else is 3 6 rounders and one off-brand 18 rounder, which doesn't really work all that well. That is the biggest problem. I do not have enough magazines for the double punch. But yeah, this blaster is awesome. Only things that could be better on this blaster is that it has like 6 or 5 double A's, so it has a faster rev up time and it doesn't get bogged down all that well. Nerf could have done that if you fire the trigger and the motors have like a chip inside that lets them know if they are going much slower, then they get the extra voltage. Yes, that would be much more complicated, much more expensive. But for $50, if it has a much better performance, even though it already has amazing performance, yeah, I would buy 100 of these. Now the only problem, they give you 2 magazines, which is like finally they gave us 2 magazines. The blaster holds 2 magazines, so they need to actually give you 4 magazines, so the same thing, although you can use the blaster with just 1 mag and have a single shot blaster, which is pretty good because you can have 1 mag in while you reload the other and still have it like ready to fire, which is pretty good. And this is a question people do ask sometimes. If you have, of course, darts in both mags, and you fire the first darts and then stop revving and then release, do still fire it unless it's like fully stopped or if it's like 5% stopped. So yeah, it's really unnatural, and yeah, I don't think you'll ever do it. And if it does jam, it's pretty easy to unjam most of the times if you remove the magazine, the die just falls down, and you will still be able to fire from the other one. Yeah, this blaster is freaking awesome. If the stock were a bit longer, yes, it would be better. But did they need to do that? No. This blaster is freaking amazing. But yeah, I need to go right now, so yeah, this was a pretty bad review. I didn't want it to be because it's on the double punch. But hey, if you want to see it on the firing range, or here a bit more, yeah, subscribe and turn notifications. When we get to 100, I will fire all of my blasters. Maybe make it alive and then into a video, I don't know, that is pretty risky since I don't have many subscribers that actually watch my videos so much. Anyways, I can't wait for my birthday to get some more amazing blasters, so yeah, I probably won't be here for a long time. I might do a versus or two, but yeah, my name is Nixie, bye bye.